All right. Good morning, Alta Realty Group agents. This is Kevin Lauren. Hope you guys are having a great morning so far. And today we've got a great step-by-step tutorial on how to connect effectively with your prospects using content, some content that we provide for you guys, but also just content in general. This morning I'd like to bring on Bill Seitz, our liaison to Clearview Mortgage. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Kevin. It is a beautiful day down here today.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Yeah.
All right. And I also want to bring on Travis Breton. Good morning, Travis. Ooh, you sound like you're part of Tron or some other sci-fi thing. Try that again.
Do you have the auto tune going on?
There you go. Now we can kind of hear you, but you still sound like Darth Vader. All right.
Come back in.
Perfect. You're going to have to lean north and stand on one leg. So, Bill, if you'd like to start us off this morning, that'd be great.
No problem. What I'm looking at more than like interest rates per se on like a micro daily or weekly basis, because it's kind of a foregone conclusion that rates are going to be low through the end of the year and probably all the way through next year, the way this is all shaping up. So I'm not really concerned as far as minor fluctuations in the rates because, like I said, it's kind of the assumption now that we're not going to see any kind of, uptick. I mean, they're going to need every stimulus they can to keep lending, keep the market moving. But what I do look at is what I'm personally looking at is more about what the Dow as an overall, metric of the economy. And today the Dow's down almost 2%, still well and truly above 23,000 points. So we're trying to find our way now and find out what the crawl out of this unbelievable situation we're in is. But there is some good news. There's some states opening up now. Unfortunately, California is stuck in the mud. So for all of us that are happy with that, we need to choose how to. Yeah, exactly.
Call your governor.
Yeah, but I saw this morning that Arizona is opening up and the governor's fully opening the state back up and reliving all the stay-at-home orders are done and they're going back at it. So that's encouraging to see other states doing this, and I think they're going to put pressure on the states that are still trying to, maybe, I don't know, hold out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
California being one of them.
Indeed.
But I wanted to share something, Kevin, with everyone this morning because I think you have that queued up.
I thought I did, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't. Did you send that to me? When was that?
It was probably almost a week ago, maybe 5-6 days ago.
I had it. Hold on, I'll grab it.
But what it is, and hopefully Kevin can find it, is as much as I spend most of my day with the financial side of this business, I do follow on Instagram just various people here, in the local real estate community. I follow some people that I really find their content to be on point with all the tools that are available to us and that do a really good job. And I follow certainly a handful of our agents, Marissa Ambries being one of them, who does a great job with her social media. But I wanted to feature a gal here locally in Corona del Mar, and she put together I think it's either a 1 or 2 minute video about this neighborhood that she markets to. And
was once again, podcast? No,
this was just off of her Instagram.
Okay, shoot, I'm not sure why I can't find that.
Maybe do this. Why don't you get into what you're doing? I'm gonna send it to you, and maybe we can look at it at the back end of the webinar.
Yeah, perfect. That's easy. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna minimize that. All right, great. So thanks for that, Bill. We'll take a look at that. I do have, of course, Marissa's Instagram up for us to check out. She was always a great example, especially as far as video. She's one of the best I've seen as far as utilizing video constantly, and it's just a really good way to engage, especially on Instagram. So, and then also before I get into the meat of the presentation, I want to remind everybody that you can go to breakthroughbroker.com and you can get a free account. Michelle Denez from Tycor will enable a free account for you. And so on this, there's all kinds of really cool stuff. And this is just something that I came across yesterday. This is a cool little things to do when there's downtime checklist. So these are small tasks that produce high amount of ROI. And so if you just message me, I'll send this to you, or go to Breakthrough Broker and you can download this on your own. It's one of their new, I think, kind of feature. They always have kind of a featured download. So go to Breakthrough Broker, check this out. Really cool stuff. You know, handwritten notes, set up virtual happy hours, you know, all kinds of really good ideas on, you know, ways to fill your downtime, because as we all know, you know, the name of the game and the name of the, you know, the theme of the presentation today is being omnipresent and just being available to your prospects and clients so they know that you're there. They'll forget about you real quick if you're not in front of them, as we all know. So Breakthrough Broker, don't miss it. Really, really cool. So what I wanted to do today is make sure that we all understand the steps that are involved, or my steps at least, for getting these bits of content out to our prospects. So, you know, every month I'm giving all of you guys a nice article. And so our articles are, you can always find them on our Facebook page. And so I always post them here, but I always send them to you guys in an email as well. So you'll see a little email from me saying, hey, you know, here's content for your clients. And so it'll have a link to I always post this on our corporate blog and our corporate website. So what you're going to be able to do, and I've gone over this a few times, so important, and I don't see enough agents doing it, that I'm gonna beat the dead horse. So you go to this link, you highlight, and you can copy every single bit of this content and put it in your own website. So the very first step is, even before you do that, is you are going to go to your personal CRM and you're going to go into your agent marketing dashboard, and you're going to go to your leads, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to enter any new leads that you've got. And you know, a lot of people, you're entering leads into your CRM, you know, as they come in, which is great. But some of you, I know, wait and you kind of collect your leads, and then once a week or every so often you'll enter your leads. So the very first step in this process is to basically get new leads into your CRM. Super important. So we go ahead, we get that in there, and then we create the actual blog post. So again, you're going to get sent a link. You're going to go, okay, great. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to copy it, and we'll use our good friend Rhonda Butler. And so we'll go into personal. And again, from the dashboard, this is the dashboard. We just go into personal and we go into blogging. And then we create a blog. And I know we've started this, so we're just going to go into edit. Otherwise, we would click add new. So we edit this. In this case, we've already got our title in there, but we've got to get our text in here. So we go back to our blog post, or back to the corporate blog post, and we highlight the entire text. And those of you that don't know how to do that, I'm just left clicking and dragging my cursor while I'm keeping the left click down all the way down to the bottom. And then I'm going to put my cursor over that highlighted area. I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy that. That's as easy as it gets. So then I go back to my blog post and I go in here, and I, on a Mac, you would do Command V. On a PC, you do Control V, and that'll spit all of the text into our text area. Now we also have the ability to make a tiny 200 character excerpt. So what I always do is just take right about there, copy that, again, right click, copy, and then come down into this area and again, Control V. And it looks like we kind of ran out of space, so I always back it up to the next word, and I put 3 little dots. Because that denotes that there's going to be more to read, right? So, and in the chat, if you have any specific questions while I'm, going through the actual mechanics of this, don't hesitate to ask. And even, Bill and Travis, if there's something that you need to add, feel free. So that's how we get that in. Then we also click what category we think that this particular blog post fits into. And this is kind of a tips and tricks category. So we do that. We've already selected our image, and we would just go into our file locker and we paste our image in here. And we can take a look. Everything looks good. And we can go ahead and save this. And now we want to view it. Still a draft, but we want to view it. Okay, looks pretty good. That looks good. The formatting looks okay. So it all looks pretty good.
Kevin, when you push this out, does it have the, can you go back to the top?
Sure.
Does it have the Rhonda's information like that? Like just like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's nice,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then the other thing that's cool is, if you're just emailing this link, which I'll get into in a second, if you're emailing the link to somebody, then they can subscribe to the blog. They can also visit your website. They can contact you. So it's just, again, another way to get in front of as many people as you can. So, yeah, and it looks nice. It looks really, really nice. And people appreciate it when they get it. So that's the basically step 2 is to create it, post it. In fact, we'll go ahead and publish it. Here's our little publish button. Let's click that. We can choose what day to publish it. Now, this is important, guys, because we can sit down, at the beginning of a 6-month period, and we can create all different bits of content that are going to go into our blog.
So
Now,
Kevin,
when I'm sending you guys content once a month, that doesn't really work. But anyway, that is, available to you. So we want to go ahead and we'll just publish it today, and we'll use this date, and now it's published. So that's step 2, creating the blog post. And then another thing that we're going to want to do with this content is not only create a blog post, which we will reference, but we also want to go into our email drip area, and we want to create this as a monthly newsletter. Okay, really, really important, because we want to make sure that this goes out to everyone in our database. So all of our leads will get this. So what we do is the very same thing. We click Add New. We got to go back over to our blog post from the corporate site. And Rhonda says, can you leave that in there, please? Thank you. Absolutely, Rhonda. That is live, and I'm going to do this for you too.
that's the benefits of having Kevin use you as the example.
Exactly. And Rhonda's been with us for a long time. She's one of our best agents, so I don't mind helping her at all. I don't mind helping any of you guys at all. So we go subject, throw that in there. That looks good. Here's the personal message. This is really cool, because in this personal message, you can do one or two things. You can just throw the info in there, or you can have just a little personal message. Hey, I hope you enjoy this this little bit of content that I prepared for you this month. Whatever you want to do, and then you can put the regular blog post down here. So either way, but I think it's a really cool idea to make that little personal message. The other thing that you can do is you can break the blog post up into 2 parts. Okay, so I'm going to use that example of breaking the blog post up into 2 parts. So I'm going to take roughly half of this blog post, probably right about to there perhaps, or maybe even here. I'm going to again copy it. I'm going to bring it back over here, And I'm gonna, remember in the agent marketing system, if you try to right click and paste, it's just gonna tell you to do Control V anyway. So just Control V, that'll keep the formatting relatively good from the blog post itself, as you can see. So that looks good. Then this is kind of fun. Include area stats. So I always like to do this because this will show the number of homes on the market, average price, and days on the market for people in their zip code. Okay, so and if there's no zip code for that that person in that CRM or in your CRM, then it'll use the zip code of the agent of your your farm. But that's a really cool thing to add. So then we go back up to our blog post. We highlight the rest of the blog post. Again, right click and copy. Take it back to our agent marketing and paste in here. Put in here, can't paste, so we go Control V. And then if you've got to look at it, make sure it looks good, looks fine. See, there is some weird formatting here. So this is the kind of thing where we have to go, okay, something going on here. But we can also leave it and see how it ends up playing out. So let's go up here. We're going to go from, this is the date range will allow us to make sure that this blog or this monthly e-letter goes out to all of our clients at a certain time. So we'll say that we want this to go out on the 15th of May. And anybody that signs up will go from the 15th to, how about the 31st? So anybody that opts into our newsletter in that period, they're going to get this. And of course, people that are already opted in, they're going to get this as well. So we can save this.
Kevin, do you have any metrics, or maybe Travis does, on what are the best, most effective times to publish these or push them out? Is there anything day, time, morning, afternoon? Is there a specific time that's just more likely to get opened and not go, get pushed aside or overlooked?
Travis, do you have any metrics on that?
From what I have learned over the years is when you're on the internet, most likely other people are too. So, earlier mornings, around noon, and then again in the evenings.
Yeah. So you can see there's a little bit of formatting issue on this. So I have to just go back in and do a little bit of manipulation. And so what I'm going to do is we go edit it. And so there was something wrong. And then the other thing we want to do is we want to upload our image. And so best thing to do, again, mechanically, is you go to the blog post itself. We right click this image, save as, and I like to just save it on my desktop or save it, somewhere where I know exactly where it's going to be. That's okay. And we go back into agent marketing, and then we're gonna upload that file. And now let's fix our formatting issue. So it looked like everything from here up did not format correctly. So I'm just going to delete it.
Sometimes when I'm doing my newsletters, Kevin, as you know, I don't do them through agent marketing, but I have to format too, or just kind of clean up the paragraphs. It doesn't, I've gotten so efficient at it. I can do a newsletter in less than 10 minutes,
Totally. Yeah.
When I find the content when I find the content I want to push out, I can put it together in 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And so when you have weird issues like that, I recommend you can always go into the source code and just make sure everything's gone, which I'll do. And then what it's not liking is it's not really liking this worksheet. And so there's worksheets and stuff like that. There's always kind of formatting issues that can happen. So we're going to not put that part in there. just going to take this part and take it over here.
So you got to be flexible.
Absolutely. And these, they call them, WYSIWYG editors. They are a little bit temperamental. So another good idea is if you're copying and pasting from a Word document or something else, you can also use these right here, pasting from Word and pasting from plain text. So there's other ways that you can kind of get rid of the formatting as well. And so, as always, if you guys have individual issues with this stuff, just schedule a Calendly meeting with me. Just go to calendly.com/Alta Realty Group, and I can go through this stuff individually and help you with it. But this all looks pretty good, so we are going to save it. Okay, and let's take a look. So now we have a nice little email that's also going to go out to all of our clients, right? Looks good. We know everybody's going to get it. It's got great content. And so that is basically the end of step 3. So again, step 1, we add new leads and prospects to the CRM. Step 2, we create the blog post and the newsletter. And then step 3, we email that newsletter out to everybody in our database, which will happen automatically as we put that in there. So then what we want to do is there's a couple different things that we can do. We can either take this link, or better is to take our blog post link and we're going to post that to social media. Okay. And what we want to do first is we want to highlight that link, copy it, and then we're going to do something called shortening the link. So it's hard to put this long link into social media, right? So what we do is we open up another tab and we're going to go to a little website called Bitly, bit.ly. And Bitly allows us to take those big old links. We're going to paste that link in here and we're able to shorten it. So now we have a shorter link that's going to take us to that same spot. So we copy that. Now that is what we want to post to social media. So we can go into our social media, we can paste it in here, and now we're going to have, it's still going to link us to that website, which is great. So then what we want to do is select a photo, and we want to put in a little excerpt about what this is going to be, what this particular post is going to be about. So we're going to say, hey, check out this article about 20 ways to save money and stretch your household budget, right? And then we're going to be able to post that, select an image, and we have a great little blog post now. So that's step 4. We're going to share the post on social media. I'm not going to do it. Get rid of that. So social media post would be the next thing. And the other thing that you want to do is you don't just push this out on social media. You should also boost the post. So boosting the post is basically hitting this little button right here and creating an ad. So we can, when we create our ad, we can create who we want to put this in front of. We can target people in a certain geographic area, all that kind of stuff. And you don't have to spend a lot, but I recommend that you do a small amount of money in that little spot, right around your geographical area or your farm. So that would be the next step. We're not going to do it, so goodbye. And then once you've done that, you've boosted the post, you can also boost it and you can push it out on Instagram. Then you individually message everybody in your CRM. Now at this point, you're going to have certain hot prospects that will warrant a direct phone call or a direct text message. Certain other ones, well, they're not going to be, as important to send a direct message to, but maybe you'll send them an email, or maybe you'll send them a text message. But there's definitely those hot prospects on your list that you're going to want to get them on the phone and say, hey, I just sent you this. Make sure that you saw it. Great. And then while you're talking to them, of course, what do you get to do? You get to mention, hey, remember, I also have a referral contest program. And a lot of agents that have been with us for a long time know about my referral contest. And you guys can look that up on our YouTube channel. And I've done probably 3 or 4 webinars on, using the referral contest program. So you're engaging, right? So those are the steps to really using content effectively, not just posting it and being like, okay, great, there it is. We're actually taking it, putting it out there, and then using it as a piece as a talking piece, talking points. Now, if you want to get really fancy, like our friend Marissa, you'll do a little video about this. And it could be a 10-second video saying, hey guys, just came out with my new content piece, or my new blog post. It's all about 20 ways to save money and to stretch your budget. I hope you guys enjoy it. And boom, done. And then what can you do? You can also post that little video to Facebook, post the little video to Instagram. And Marissa's our star of doing that. So, I want you guys to just take what you've learned today and try to implement some aspect of that. And if you guys can do this once a month, you're going to be top of mind. You're going to be providing value, and you're going to be omnipresent to your prospects. And then you're also going to establish yourself as an expert over time. So,
Kev, pull up your see if you can pull up your Instagram. I sent you the video too, because I think this is this will tag into what you're saying right now.
Sure. Did you?
Let's see. Go to your personal Instagram.
I don't know if I can do that here.
Can you go to the other one, the Driftwood Brothers?
Let's see.
If you can't, we'll just have to come back to it. But
yeah, I'm not sure if I can switch accounts in this one.
What if I send it to ARG?
Sure.
Let's see if I can send this to ARG real quick, because I think this is a really good one.
Yeah.
ARG, send. Okay. Let's see if how quickly it goes up to Central California. Okay, there she is. Okay, so let's watch this video, and we'll talk through this and why. So this is real quick. This is a gal here that's local in Newport Beach, Corona Del Mar, and like I was saying earlier in the webinar, is that I think it's important to follow people that you think are doing a really good job, or people that are are being successful with their social media or putting out good content, right? So I follow a number of our agents, and I follow a number of agents that are with other companies that I keep my eye on just to see what they're doing, right? And so let's watch her video, and then let's talk about why this is really well done. And this is top level social media marketing, in my opinion. So let's watch it.
Sure.
I'm going to take you through Corona Highlands in Corona Del Mar. So this is one of Corona Del Mar's best kept secrets. It's tucked away between Pelican Hill Golf Course and the ocean. So while it's nice and private here, it's still just a 10-minute walk to the downtown village scene of Corona Del Mar. Many of the homes here have outstanding ocean, canyon, and even Pelican Hill Golf Course views. One of the best features is that as a homeowner, you get private gate access to 2 of the best beaches in town. I'm going to take you through Corona Highlands.
Nice. I like that one, Bill.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know if the music was a little bit muffled or a little bit scattered for everyone, but the ingredients to this is, it's not hard, right? She is getting into the car. They've kind of staged this to where she's essentially driving through the neighborhood. She has a nice drone camera footage of the community, and she's talking about it over the drone footage and also with a nice background music. And if you go to this, and you can even follow her as well to see this, and just maybe a clear version of this. She's at Katrina Smith 326. Anybody can do this video, and it can be in any neighborhood at anywhere in the areas that we always talk about, focusing on a neighborhood, becoming an expert, right? She has done an excellent job becoming an expert in this neighborhood. And this is not hard to create. This is not hard to do. It's a matter of, taking the time to do it. Find yourself a local photographer or someone that can do some drone footage for you. And you can literally duplicate this same thing so easily. And once again, you're going to create engagement. People are going to look at you. Wow, this person, it knows what they're doing. They're the expert in this neighborhood. And, whether you're selling $500,000 homes or $3 million homes, it applies.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So I just want to share that because I do come across just this stuff as well, when I look at my social media feed, and I like to just see what everyone's doing.
Yeah, heck yeah. No, we're big fans of, not reinventing the wheel. If something's working, we like to present it to you guys and say, hey, copy this. This works. This is awesome. So cool. Yeah. So I have up on the screen, I just have the steps, and so this will go out in the email that has the replay of the video this afternoon. So these are the steps, and like I said, if you have individual questions, don't hesitate to contact me. But Travis, any takeaways from you?
The only takeaway I have is that last little video. I kind of talked about it before. I mean, even if you don't have a listing or a sale going on that you can promote on social media, this is other stuff you can do without having, a listing. So
exactly.
It goes a long ways. Creating these little community videos. I mean, even if you don't have the budget for, a professional photographer or drones and things like that, it can still be done with today's phones. Pretty high quality, actually. There are a lot of apps out there for video editing and stuff like that are free or very low cost. And you can work your way up to the drones and things like that. But really, it's not too hard to put together a little community video and push it out and, make updates and things like that.
Absolutely. Tom Fesky, who's on the line, made a great video a few years back. It was all about, I work hard for you. And he did it all himself. He staged it. He did a phenomenal job.
We got to share that next week, Kevin. We got to pull that up. We're going to put Tom on the spot.
I know, Tom, that was a classic.
That one. Low budget, but it didn't look low budget.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, thanks for being on the webinar. Specific questions, don't hesitate to reach out to any one of us. And again, just make it a productive week. Get out there, and we look forward to seeing all of you guys on the webinar next week. Thanks a lot.